hope traders and investors were green on Friday, green for last week. Well, we definitely don't have a Big Daddy Powell or NVIDIA's earnings event coming up this week. We do have some data, typical GDP and consumer sentiment coming in, and the earnings. We do have names like Crowd, Riot, Neo, Avgo, Lulu, Okada, Chewy, MDB. There's BBVY in there, Dollar General, HPE. S is in there, PDD. So we do have some China names, some software names. Um, got Chewy, like I say, Chewy's in there, Dell's in there. So we'll see where we go this week. Not a lot of heavy catalysts, to start the week off with. So let's start taking a look at the charts and take a look at the price action, see what last week left us. So here on the weekly SPX, you can see we kind of got some wicks on it, very got a bullish Harami here. This 9 and 20 still looks good. I want to point that out. We're going to look at some other charts that maybe don't look too good, but these weekly charts do not look terrible. They actually look like the 1 minute chart right now from the trades that we're taking. If we lose the 9, we reclaim the 9. The exact same thing we've been seeing on on our intraday trades, just setting up right here on the weekly trade. So I don't want to be too bearish yet, but I still have that head and shoulders pattern, still watching that and still watching for a possible confirmation. Still needs to be confirmed. But going into September, we're still a really good chance. But we are above the 20 to here, and it's the same setup we're looking for on the 1 minute chart. So it's not really treated a whole lot differently. SPX breath, we were positive on Friday. The dollar's been showing some strength. Long-legged doji at that 50-day. See how we act there. The VIX still trying to push here. We had this double bottom trying to push up. Looks like it wants to break down. Got a set of pipes here. I would watch this trend line through here. Looks like it's already cleared that. If we were to draw a trend line, looks like it's already cleared that. I need to see follow through here and to see this starting to break down. If this does break down, look for support back at the double bottom. Crude, still watching this cup for a possible handle. The last 2 days, crude's been trying to push back up, but you can see it's got to clear that daily 9. If we can clear that daily 9 and 20, we can look for a move back up to the top of the cup. We're exactly what we're looking for. There is a handle, so we are expecting a move up on crude, but it's going to do it at its own time. Apple. This is Apple's daily chart, and you can see here we are above the 9, so we did reclaim the 9 here. But this is the exact same thing we look for. Bullish side. This chart does look bearish and does look like it does have more downside. 20 looks like it wants to come down and move price down. MACD is changing character here. So we could be bullish if we were to reclaim the 20 and 50 up here. But for me, still possible watching for a move back down there. Apple intraday, pretty choppy. Gold rejected at the 20 and 50 day. It does need to clear that. Advanced decline lines did turn up. We're still under the 9. Not a big turn up on Friday, but to take note, we did turn up on Friday, but we are still under our 9 moving average. So not expecting a lot till we clear that. AMC just getting destroyed here. AMD, pretty tight range on Friday. You can see it did hold this 50-day. The 9 is on its way down. Want to see if we can see that 20 turn down there as well. Just wanted to point out you do have this big volume profile bar here that can act as a support level on AMD. So just keep that in mind. ARK daily breaking down. We do have that strong bearish Harami or bearish engulfing candle from Friday. Little bullish Harami here on Thursday with a little bullish Harami on Friday, and that daily 9 is area resistance needs to be cleared. MACD is possibly changing character down here, so let's keep an eye on that. Could definitely get a short-term move. That 9 looks like it's in control right now, so we definitely got to be above that daily 9 if it was to get a move higher. If it does get confirmation on that bearish engulfing, watch for your H cell pattern, then break below that 200 for a move down. AMD daily here, you can see that large bearish engulfing candle on Thursday. We gapped down on Friday, barely pushed back up into the previous stage candles body there. Just not a lot of strength. Pretty tight day. AMD on the weekly chart breaking down below that 9 and 20. Amazon decent push up on Friday. I would liked it better if it would have cleared that range high, obviously, but a strong push back up. We do have that 200 on that 15, so see where we go. This week, and Amazon on the weekly back below the weekly 200. Still trying to hold this weekly 9. Looks like it's actually below the weekly 9 and 200 there. Watch your 20. MACD is changing character there as well. Did get this really nice move up, so this chart, there's nothing wrong with pulling back and resetting. Apple. Now, this weekly chart is below the 20, where some of them are still above the 20, still sitting in there. This one is below the 20. Looks like the 9 wants to roll over and move lower. Boeing, we were watching this double top. We got that nice move, but it wasn't the cleanest move. Rough, sharp move back up for a gap back down. And then Friday's candle is bullish. We want to look for a move back up. We can get followed through our Friday's candle. Look for a move back up to your daily 9 there. Bitcoin is below all your weekly moving average except for your 50, but your 9, 20, and 200 you are below that on the weekly time frame. Still bear flagging down there into your daily 9. Seeing a change in character in the 9s, angles changed. MACD's definitely changed character. See what it wants to do. XLC just below that 9. Did try to get some follow through off that candle, but it did not confirm. So you can see where that candle did open up and move lower up that bearish engulfing, come back down here and tested the range low, and then was took back. So price definitely has memory, but the bears were unable to hold it down. Your MACD is rolling over there. XLP bear flagging down here on with the 9 coming down on it to apply pressure. MACD looks like it wants to level off. Would give it a few days to see what it wants to do. Cost rate on that Bollinger Band, we did close back into the Bollinger Band. So for me, but this little bullish Harami here would start looking for a possible move up to the 50-day. Well, you want to watch the top of your candle first. If you can take that out, your 50-day and 9. And of course, that 9 is going to be working its way down. DraftKings want to keep an eye on this one coming into the fall season. It's just a season when DraftKings does well with it this time of year. Watch your 50 there, your 9, MACD trying to change character. DraftKings goes on everybody's radar every year, coming into the fall. So just keep that in mind. It's a seasonal thing. Lily holding your 200 there. I'm sorry, Lily holding your 9 right there. I don't know where I got 200 from, but holding your 9, 20 on the way up. Need to push that MACD trying to change character there. Ford is under the daily 9, so we had this head and shoulders pattern. It's been breaking down, looking for some kind of reversal. Even if it wants to push up to move lower, but looking for some kind of base or something there. MACD's trying to change character. Looks like it wants to pop up and try to retest the 20 before moving lower. Google, there's just not much happening there on that chart. Price action tight around this moving averages. Want to see it freeing up. All right, so we got Home Depot moving lower out of our double top. That's kind of what we expected, right? We had a double top moving lower. We've come down, tested our weekly 9. That was our first target area. Now we need to clear that weekly 9 if we want to move lower. If we move below the weekly 9, look for a move down to your weekly 20. Let's go back to the daily. You got your 50 coming up there as well. It's not a huge double top, so we don't naturally expect a huge move off of that, but we can get a big decent move off from it. IWM, this is a 15-minute chart. You can see the big move back up on Friday for the IWM. Other Qs, that bearish engulfing candle on Thursday. We tried to get follow through, but the buyers were able to push that candle back up and give us a high close on the Qs on the daily. We actually closed back above that daily 9, so let's keep an eye on that. MACD is trying to change character down there. Still a lot happening there, but it does still looks like it could roll over. So let's just keep an eye on the markets tomorrow, see where we open up at, see where the flow goes, see where the volume goes, and see where that breadth goes. And of course, we'll keep an eye on our scanners as well. Q's intraday chart, got to clear that 15-minute 200 there. As Q's monthly, this chart, or weekly, I'm sorry, the weekly chart. This chart does not look bad. We were expecting to pull back and put in a handle here. This chart does not look bad at all. This 20 could still push up. We could still reclaim that 9 and push. So let's keep that in mind. The higher time frames looks like we could move up. And I'm only referring to the way that chart looks versus how the exact setups we are trading with and making money with in the markets right now. JP Morgan bear flagging down below your 50 with your 9 down there, adding pressure on price action. Looking for a move lower. We clear, like it below that wick, but if we get a candle to close below those candles, maybe we can start a move lower. But I do like it better below that wick. But Mara trying to move lower here as well. Crypto weak, looking for some confirmation off of that bearish engulfing candle there as well. Merck, this is Merck daily. So we had this head and shoulders pattern. It's trying to push back up into the shoulders, which it could still do that if looking for a move lower. Or this could end up being a busted pattern for a move higher. This could go either way. Watch your 9 there, want to push higher. Watch your Bollinger Bands as well. Meta, another one bear flagging down here. This is Meta daily. Looks, this in the communication sector look a lot alike. So we did try to break down, forming this little H cell pattern. The buyers were able to take it back up. But target one, my target one, if you're in my Discord, you're looking at this chart, you already know where my target one would have been and would have made money there. That MACD, let's go back real quick. You got your goose head heading down. MACD looks weak there. Meta intraday, very choppy. Large move down, chopped around, and gives us a decent move back up. Microsoft, pretty much the same setup, except a higher close candle on Friday, closed back above the 9, still under the week daily 20. Microsoft intraday, not the best chart there. Pretty tough. So we have the weekly chart on Microsoft. This is another one. We are back below the 20 and the 9. Below both of them. We tried to push back up, got rejected last week, but still worth keeping an eye on. As long as we're below those moving averages, we know we could roll over. But if we can start to reclaim those and reclaim that 9, we know we can pop. And that's based on how we're making money in these markets right now. So that chart right now looks exactly like a 1-minute setup that I would be looking for a move higher. That is a fact, and we have to be aware of that. That chart looks exactly like a chart that I would be looking for a move higher right now in this market. The market environment has changed. The setups, change. We got to tweak them a little bit, and that's the exact setup I'm looking for right now to take trades off from. But it's got to reclaim the 9. NVIDIA sitting back into that daily 9 here. And NVIDIA intraday, not as big of a move up as some of the other names, some of the recovery, but still a nice move down. Small H cell pattern there that triggered and never really confirmed. We did break below, could have got a small trade out of it. But this NVIDIA weekly chart looks great. NVIDIA is above the daily 9 where a lot of places have broke down. Now the sellers were able to drag that candle back down. Good volume moving there. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Had that big range on the earnings and give it all back. But, it's hard to believe that NVIDIA is not going to go higher on those earnings. That is absolutely hard to believe. The problem is, when's NVIDIA going to go higher? Where is it going to go before it decides to go higher? NASDAQ is back above your 9 there as well. So that's a good sign, looking a little better. Netflix, another one back above the 9 with bullish Harami there. The Qs, this is another one, kind of expecting to kind of put some kind of handle-ish move in there. That's the Qs monthly chart. SPX, so this is SPX daily. Let's go right to this chart. So this is the thumbnail. We could head back down, break that neckline going into September for a move lower. We can continue to chop in this area. Symmetry still looks good. It's got to be confirmed. It's nothing until it's confirmed, but this is exactly what we're expecting here. SLB, Schlumberger, this one wants to roll over there as well. And SMH, so we got this cup here. This is a weekly time frame. This is a cup. We did push a little high here, but you can see we broke back below, possible handle type move. And right now we are still above this 20. You can see this candle tried to reclaim last week. If we can reclaim that 9, I'm looking for a move higher. That chart still looks good. The diamond trying to hold support there, that 9 under the 50, but that 9's coming down on it. The diamond weekly still holding the 9 and 20 there as well. The SPY weekly, you see we're still holding this 20 under the 9, but still holding this 20. Same setup. We reclaimed that 9. I could easily see this market going higher. Losing this MACD here, we lose this 20. we're definitely looking for a move down. And we do have the SPY monthly chart. Once again, we're just expecting a handle to be put in there. A handle on a cup is nothing more than a higher low gearing up for the move higher. So that's all we're really expecting here. Eventually to be going higher, just not right this second. SPY daily, we did close back above that daily 9, so that's a good sign. SPY intraday 15-minute chart, nice push up there. We were able to clear the 200, but got snatched back down. Square getting very 8 sell pattern is there. Got to break below this candle. A shop, this once again looks like it could roll over and move lower. This 20 come down, but if we were to regain this 20, looking for a move higher. But if we lose that 9, looking for a move down to here, 200, then a move lower. You still got some gap down there as well. Tesla intraday closed on the highs. That's a sign of strength. XLK, again, 9 and 20. Daily does look like it wants to roll over. It's kind of the goose head backwards right there. Tesla weekly back above the weekly 20. Watching that. I'm sorry. But yeah, back above the weekly 20. Watching your weekly 9 roll over. Tesla daily in between the 9 and 20 there. For me, it needs to clear that area. I don't like trading areas when we're stuck in, or something when it's stuck in between moving averages like that. If you're trading on daily, or if you're trading intraday time frames, you have plenty of room to make money. That chart will not affect you yet. But make sure you know where their daily moving averages are. Uber, a chart's holding in good. It does look like it wants to start to break down here, but overall, it's still not a bad looking chart. It does look like it has a little more move down to come. Walmart, this is just wedging in here really tightly, very bear flaggish, but trying to push back up below that 50, looking for a move down. For a move up, I want to clear those daily moving averages. XLF, so rated as that 9 there. Need to, it's always nice to have the bank strong. If we can see some strength into the banks, it's always great for the market. TLT, very, bonds have been very weak. That's where we need to see some strength at. IWM weekly back down to the weekly 20, holding that so far. That weekly 9 still turned up there. On IWM daily, it's another one looks like it wants to break down. See what we put here. We could easily put in a contraction pattern of some sort to try to be like head, shoulder, or shoulder, head, and try to give us some shoulder over there. We like to have somewhat similar symmetry. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we would have to put in a base there. But worth keeping an eye on. And our put to call ratio Friday 110. Oscillators. This is the Nasdaq. We do have 121, negative 121 on our oscillators, and 113 for the New York Stock Exchange. So have cooled off considerably. We still have plenty of room to move in either direction, but you can see that the action has helped us cool off from the oversold period that we were. We're still plenty warm, but not super oversold like we were. So I hope you find this helpful, and I will see you in the trading room.